Hello, my wonderful people. Welcome to another session on Wise Counsel with Comfort. We are continuing with challenges in marriage, and our topic for this session is communication and forgiveness challenge. You all can agree with me that an openness in communication helps to build trust in a family. Where an issue is not well communicated, forgiveness and forgetting it might be difficult to come by. And so there is one word I want to chip in that is very, very vital in communication. And it is this one word spelled S-O-R-R-Y. Sorry. Do you know why I'm saying it is a tonic? The Bible says that a soft word brings down anger. If an issue is well communicated and the person able to understand what you are trying to pass across, it will be now easier for him or her to use the word sorry. But if you have not communicated effectively, the person might not know where you are coming from. Thereby, ability to forgive or forget may be far-fetched. And so, what are some of the things that cause communication breakdown in a home? The first thing I will want to bring across is ineffective listening. When your spouse is communicating something to you, be you the man or the woman, and you are not truly listening, maybe you are involved in your TV or your sports or something like that, you are not paying attention to what your spouse is talking about. That can lead to ineffective communication or breakdown in communication, because the person will not have the urge next time to bring the issue to you. I have an example of a friend who approached me and said because of the way her husband treated her, anytime she communicated, she decided to not to communicate those issues when they crop up. So what am I trying to say? Effective communication, effective listening, or ineffective listening can cause a breakdown in a home. Another one can be not listening at all. Somebody might come with an issue to you, your spouse, your wife, or your husband, and you just interject while he or she is talking, or you feel that you have known what he or she is about to say, and you start to play the devil's advocate for the whatever issue she wants to bring in. The best idea, my counsel is better you listen him or her out, and at the end of the day, if you have any suggestion to make, that will be the time to bring it. You can also agree with me, once there is a breakdown in communication in a home, the dynamics of that home changes. I wouldn't know if you have experienced it. Once there is breakdown, the thing that takes place is silence, unwholesome behavior. And what do I mean by unwholesome behavior? You discover that maybe the wife who used to, before her husband comes back from work, she will prepare the food and everything and put in the table. This time around, the man will come in and she wouldn't even look as if somebody, is in the house. Or the man might be the type that helps the husband or the wife if she's coming back from work. Once there is this communication breakdown, you see that different things start to crop up. So my prayer is that we have the best means or ways to communicate with each other so as to avoid breakdown in the home. For somebody like me, once there is a breakdown in the peace in my home, every other thing goes. And I make conscious effort to make sure that that thing that will deal with my peace is thrown out of the window. My prayer is that God will help us to, listen effectively. Another one can be external factors. Take, for example, if your husband is coming from work, or the wife coming from work so tired, The boss has pummeled him or her so much that he could not even listen to anything you're talking about. Why bring up an issue at that time? He or she will not listen. So external factors can cause breakdown in the home. So my candid advice is, we have to make sure that all those external factors are taken into consideration before we bring up anything that will stand as a barrier to effective communication. Another thing I feel that can contribute to breakdown is not having a previous plan. As a couple, two of you need to sit down and plan on ways and times to communicate issues in the home. Take for example, if you're like my husband, I wouldn't want anything to disturb his morning, and I bring up an issue when he's about to go to work, it wouldn't augur well with me. So try to know the time you can communicate effectively, and the other person will reciprocate. And to resolve that issue or improving on communication, I want to suggest that please, we should know the right time to communicate. That the right time that the person will be able to assimilate whatever you are trying to pass across. And again, I advise that we please own up to our mistakes. If it is well communicated and you've understood the person, I plead with us to use that tonic word. I said sorry. It does not remove anything from you, the woman, or from you, the man. I know that it is easier for women to say I'm sorry, but men at times, because of ego, may not want to say sorry. They will maybe want to go and buy gifts in order to appease the wife or something like that. But that word sorry can bring down a giant. No wonder the Bible says that soft word brings down anger. Please let us try and know how to come about it. And in my conclusion, there is something I want to advise our counselors to, which has helped me, and that is the word advanced forgiveness. What do I mean by advanced forgiveness? Knowing that we are human beings, we can make mistakes here and there. So even if the person who offended me is or was able to come and say, I'm sorry, I've already forgiven. Even where he fails or she fails to say, I am sorry, I've already forgiven. So what am I trying to say? Even if the thing is well communicated or not well communicated and not well received by the person who made the offense or so, I have already forgiven, because the Bible expects me to do what? To forgive. If I did not forgive and forget, the Bible said that God himself will also not forgive me. So in order that mine should be forgiven, I develop what is called advanced directive. Can you kindly look into it and see that if you are able to develop that, even while you are in the home, you discover that you will have peace and unity in your home. And your aim should not just be to win an argument. No. In that communication, your aim should be that the heart of the person you are talking into is won over by your communication and then your forgiveness. Thank you for giving me these few minutes to discuss this with us. God bless you.